Hi everyone, welcome to Play Hooky with me. My name is Roz and today I want to share how to make this sweet little heart border in crochet. This is a very simple stitch to work on and I'm going to show you how you can easily incorporate it to any Afghan blanket pattern that you're working on. Speaking of patterns, this is not my design, but I will be sure to add a link and name of the designer in the description box below if you're interested in learning how to make this. Okay, but for now, let's go ahead and start playing some hooky. To get started on this pattern, I would recommend that you work up 2 rows of single crochets. This is what you're going to build your hearts on. And then after you've made up your 2 rows of single crochets, then you can look at your stitch count to determine how many spaces you want to put in between your hearts. Now you may not want any spaces in between your hearts, and that's perfectly fine. When I was working up on mine, initially I had them touching each other, right next to each other, but I found it was getting a little bit bulky, and I found that the spaces made it lay a little bit flatter, and I just liked the visual effect of that a little bit more. Now each heart, even though it looks like it takes up a few stitches, it actually doesn't. It's really only taking up 1 stitch space in your top row here. And so when you do your math for your count above, I would just count that as 1 and then your 2 or 3 chain spaces next to it. For example, this piece here had a row of 30 stitches, and so what I decided to do is break it up into multiples of 5. So I did a heart, 4 single crochets, heart, 4 single crochets. For this sample here, I had 12 stitches, so I did a heart plus 3 single crochets all the way across. And you can really play with this. It's really a personal preference thing. There's no real rule to this. To get started, let's start in the corner first. I'm going to attach with a slip knot on my hook. You can start however you like best. And remember, we're working into 2 single crochets here. Whatever you're working on, for example, this is a granny square that I just whipped up for this tutorial. I added 2 rows of single crochets. Go ahead and slip stitch into that single crochet right before the chain 1. And what we're going to work on first is we're going to do the first side of your heart, which is going to be a long single crochet or a spike. I'm really not sure what you would call it, but we're going to single crochet into the second row of these 2 rows that we've created right there in the middle there. That is the first side of your heart. Now chain 3, 1, 2, 3. Now we're going to do something that's similar to a picot, but it's going to be a half double crochet in the 3rd chain from the hook. Repeat another half double crochet in the same chain. That is the first side of your heart. We're going to secure it in that middle chain 1 in your corner, right above the spike you just made. Chain 3, 1, 2, 3. Half double crochet in the 3rd chain from the hook. And repeat. And now we are going to do another single crochet into the same space that we began. And this will secure your heart in place. And I like to kind of scoot it over just to get the points closer together. And that is your first heart. And at this point now you can choose how many chains you want to do across. I decided to do a heart with 3 single crochets. 1, 2, 3. And now let's work on a side heart. Now remember, the hearts only take up one chain space, so this is the next chain that we're going to work into. The corresponding second row here is the gap that we're going to put the point of our heart, and that's where we're going to begin. So find your next chain, go straight down, and that is where you want to put your first single crochet, long single crochet. Chain 3, 1, 2, 3, half double crochet into the third chain from the hook, repeat, half double crochet into the same chain space. Now we're going to go into that same chain right above the row 2 that we just worked into. We're just going to do a single crochet to secure it. Chain 3, 1, 2, 3, a half double into the third chain from the hook, repeat, and now secure it in the same space that you started with another single crochet. In the next space, single crochet, and just continue on. And that's it. It's as simple as that. I really do hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Thanks for playing hooky with me, and we'll see you again next time.